Hello, Jonathan Club. My name's April, and we are about to start Restore Yoga. So today you'll need 2 blocks, a yoga mat, a blanket for the cushion, and the trusty yoga strap. So let's come onto the mat. Let's start with some belly awareness, hands on tops of the knees, some sit bone lifting up and rooting back into the mat. Inhale up, exhale down with the awareness of the belly. Good. Now let's start with some breaths. Sitting up nice and tall, extend the fingertips out. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. And again, inhale, arms up. And exhale down. Two more. And exhale down. Draw the shoulders down the back. One more. This time, let's activate the core. Inhale, arms up. Rotate, I'm turning to my right. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Let's move to tabletop. Onto our hands and knees we go. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Inhale, a deep breath. Wrap the elbows facing the tops of the thighs. Inhale, deep breath. Sink through the thoracic spine. Exhale, press through the palms, first finger and thumb, lifting the thoracic spine. Exhale, dropping it down, allowing the shoulder blades to move together. As you press, shoulder blades separate, creating some length in the traps, some release and activity into the rhomboids. One more. Activating the serratus. And good job. Let's tuck those toes, move those hips back to the heels. Inhale, deep breath. Press into the palms. If you can, slowly drop down the forehead and allow the shoulders to move down the back. Vigorously press to the palms. Pull the rib cage in. And as you tuck the tail, rounded spine. And then move back. Tuck tail, rounded spine. And move it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now, as you come forward this next time, make sure that you feel your core. The abdominals, and by pressing into the hands, move the head up. And lower yourself down. Adjust your hips if you need. Your palms are underneath your shoulders. Hug the elbows in. Press through the first finger and thumb and start rolling the shoulder head. As the top of the shoulder moves up to the edge of the ear, you're rolling it back. 3 more. I have a lot of little crunchies in there. Trying to work out that tissue that is damaged or stuck or too tight. Scar tissue. 3 more. Work it out. 2 and 1. Reach the fingertips back, activating the back gently. Press the hip bones down with iliac bones. Inhale, deep breath. So there's your iliac bones. You're pressing down as you're reaching back. Sweep your left arm forward, grab your right heel, and press down through that right hip bone. 3 deep breaths. Good. One more. Now as you release your stretch, take a deep breath in. Change your hand. So your right arm comes forward as a headrest, and your left fingertips reach back towards your heel. If you can't reach it, and you don't quite want to do the loop yet, don't worry about it. Just push down through your hip, and as you pull your heel down, lengthen the kneecap out of the hip. 3 deep breaths. And as we release, inhale, elbows move forward, and we're going into Sphinx Pose, adjusting the hips, making sure I feel long through the spine. Press down through your palm, forearm, elbows. As your heart lifts up, move your shoulder blades back. Deep breath in. Now think about your belly. Rise it up. Pretend there's a little ladybug right underneath the belly, and you're trying to create space. So you lift the navel up. And now let's stretch the neck. Starting with the back of the neck, stay lifted through the torso, lengthen the crown of the head. So we're going to stretch into the occiput, which is the base of the skull. Just take your time because you want to feel the tension. And as you work that, take your time, down and up, chin moves to the right shoulder. Deep breath in. Now for a stiffer neck, you may want to hold it right there or lift the head up a little bit more. Maybe gaze back towards your back heels. Maybe you can see the other one. If not, you're looking towards that direction. Let's change other side. Inhale up, slowly. Shoulders go back. We'll tuck the chin to the left shoulder. Make sure you don't take the right shoulder with you. Deep breath in. And lift the head a little bit more and look towards the back heel. Whether you can see it or not, you're getting a good eye stretch. And we did that. Inhale slowly forward. Stay lifted through the abdominals and slowly come down. So back to our Chaturanga Prep. So this is really great for just really getting reconnected to your Chaturanga. So I'm spreading my fingertips as wide as I can, right underneath the shoulders, rolling through the shoulder. And if you notice where my elbow is, if I lift my shoulder point up and look, I have wrist-elbow alignment, deltoid and elbow alignment. And so that's what you're practicing, okay? So when we press, separate those fingertips wide, press through the first finger and thumb, lift the shoulder up and back. Can you feel that connection? Now breathe through it. You want a little bit of abdominal engagement. You don't have to squeeze so hard, but you are lifting up. So you do want to create a stronger core. So the lift of not only the back and the core, using your palm strength. 3 and 2 and baby cobra and lift. Even if you don't come up that high, make sure that you're not straight arm and you're pressing back into your low back. So if you're here is better. We don't want to be straight arms. 3, 2 breaths. One more. And slowly lower it down. Tuck your toes. This is to help you work with the push-up. So the toes are going to tuck. And notice I'm lifting my tail up. And so now the chin is on the mat. The sternum is on the mat. Maybe a little bit of the belly. But the knees are on the mat. Inhale, deep breath, shoulder. Watch it. We roll it back. Feel the first finger and thumb. And push is challenging. And stretch it back. So we're going to work that. We did it last week 10 times. I thought that was kind of hard. But let's try again. 8 to 10 times. I don't know. I might only do 8. So again, we're going to bend the elbows and lead the chin down. There you go. Baby cobra. Slowly down. Very good. Okay, brace yourself. Tuck your toes under. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, deep breath. Strong core. Press. And stretch it back. So take your time. You don't have to go with me. You could take a longer stretch. You see how I'm taking a little bit of a longer time right here. Preparing the body, feeling the first finger and thumb, elbows bend and graze the ribs. Whoo, and down. Good. Inhale. Baby cobra, roll the shoulders up, point the toes in, lift, and slowly down. Ooh, I don't know. I think last time we just did straight presses and not this same exact style. So toes tuck in, roll the shoulders back, inhale, deep breath, prepare the core, trunk, exhale, press. I think I like this one better. And it lets you go at your own pace. Okay, how many have we done so far? We've done, I don't know, about 4. And slowly lower it down. Prepare the body again. Tuck the toes. Oh, this is a roll the shoulders back. Press through the toes and lift up, dog. Feel the work in those arms. Slowly move down. Tuck the toes. Lengthen the chin. Lift the tail. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, deep breath. Strong core. Exhale and push. Whew, just one more time. Take a longer stretch if you need it. Inhale. When you lower yourself down, see how the shoulders come back. See that move? Shoulders come back. Elbows in. It creates that smooth transition, that strength and fluidity. Up dog. Whew. Okay, one more press back. Tuck the toes. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, press. Okay, here we hold the toe stretch with extended arms. We're going to work our chest opening. Inhale, lift the hips up. Elbow down, elbow down. So the right arm will extend, either spider fingers, right, or flat palm. That's your choice. I'm going to do spider fingers because it gives me a little deeper stretch in my inner pectoral. So as I inhale, deep breath, I'm going to stretch the right arm as long as I can. Take your time. Be easy. Feel it. Deep breath in. Slowly rest the forehead down. There, the right arm is extended. And as we create the ski slope spine by lifting the tail up, push away through either the spider fingers or the flat palm. So I'm going to flatten my palm and push away. Feel free to flatten the tops of the feet as well. Deep breath in. And out. And again, deep breath in. And out. Okay, slowly release. Inhale up. Take your time because that you get a little sensation from that, and you might want to let that pass before you go straight into the other side. So feel free to take a little moment. Inhale, deep breath. Crown of the head down. As you root through the fingertips or palm, feel that stretch and length through the left underarm. Lift the tail up. Think about the ski slope spine. Also, roll the elbow down so you don't have the top of the shoulder rolling into the neck. You want it to roll away from the neck. 2 more breaths. I'm going to flatten the palm, give it a little more of a reach through the fingertips. And release. Inhale up, slowly up. Bring the elbows in. We're looking for wrist and elbow alignment. Good. And now we're going to lean forward. That's it. And back. Lean forward and back. So this mimics a few different poses. Some handstand variations, some dolphin. And so what are we working on here? We want to lift upwards, right? We don't want to sink through the torso. So we want to have as much lift as we can. And the head as well is lifted. So when we stretch the chin forward, we can feel the muscles in the back. Now imagine you had one of those rubber band things around your forearms. Stretch it apart. So when you stretch your shoulders apart and press your elbows down, what is that doing? It's giving you leverage, stability, and strength. One more. Opening the neck, building up the shoulder strength. Great. So here, let's go back to opening the chest. This time, both arms will extend. Try one at a time. So the forehead comes down, extend the arms. Now, as you get more flexibility in this pose and deeper understanding of your body, eventually the chest will fall further down and maybe the chin and chest will meet the mat. It's also totally fine to take a block. If the stiffness under the arm doesn't allow you to rest the head, find something to rest the head, but keep the neck long. And also don't drop the chin so you have this little divot or curve in the neck. We want to press through the palms. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to try to demonstrate the shoulders. You want this separation. So if you want to watch, think about stretching through the fingers, opening up the neck so the traps go wide as you can. 3 more breaths. 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. Widen across the traps, widen the shoulder blades. And release. Elbows down slowly, transition. Walk your knees back, hips down. Adjust your hips. Walk your elbows in, back to Sphinx Pose. Inhale, lift. Can you just feel, I'm trying to increase the blood flow around the neck and shoulders. I can feel it happening. Let's do our little neck release. Chin to shoulder. Oh, that's a little bit better. And look over the shoulder. Other side. Feels a little bit looser. So this is a great way to release the neck. Look back a little bit farther. Inhale. Now, think about resisting the urge of squishing your vertebrae back. As if we move forward, think about lengthening the abdominals. So if you don't have a lot of stretch in your spine, this is really not about the spine so much as about the abs. So just all you do is walk your hands forward wherever you can and lift up. So think about you're getting a stretch in your abdominals and your ribs are moving forward. Eventually, the abdominals will get more flexible and more released. The spine will follow. The hip flexors will follow. And then you can eventually come up higher. But not all bodies are supposed to do the most flexible thing. So You want to find the best pose for you. Lower it down, inhale, tuck the toes, roll the shoulders back, elbows in. Little tail lift, inhale, exhale, push it back. Good, now here let's create more heat. Tuck the toes, I'm trying to get my core involved. And press and back. And press, so think of it as a plank, but on your knees. So a modified plank, working into the core. So as you're lifting, to get the core, you have to tuck the tail and pull in and press through the hands. Can you connect the palms, the core, and the thighs? Push through the feet. 3 and 2 and 1. Move into a plank and lift those knees up. Holding. Breathe. Two more breaths. Press, press, press. No sinking. Press, press, press. One more breath. And knees down. Now our right foot. Work it out to the side. Heel ball your way and help it to the front. So now your right foot is on the right side of the mat. If you like, if you need, it's hard to see because I can't see it. So hands on blocks. If that will help your hip and your back to be straighter, then you should do that, okay? If you can keep your back pretty flat, then you may not need them, but it also feels good to kind of ease your way into a pose rather than force it. So let's start with our toes. Lift the toes. Can you see? I'm lifting the toes up and then drawing back down. Lifting the toes up and drawing back down. Hands are on the block or mat. Now, think what we're doing is hamstrings. I'm not even straightening all the way. I don't want to force my hamstring to become more flexible. I want to encourage it, lead it, nurture it. Inhale, forward, hip flexor, left hip flexor opens, chest lifts. Press through the right heel. What do we think about? Mula Bandha, lift the weight of the hip. As the hips move back, lift the right toe up. If we keep doing that, I got a little more stretch into my hamstring. Let's try again. Moving forward, shoulders move back. No sinking. We don't want to overstretch our hip flexor because that can create an injury. So we are pressing and keeping our hands strong and our core, just like we would do in a plank as you move forward and move back. Now really connect your breath as we continue. 3. Long neck. 2. And 1. Here we'll hold the 1. We'll work with the extended right leg and now point and flex the toes. Point and flex the toes for 3. Point and flex the toes for 2. Think about the crown of the head as well. Long neck, shoulders back. One last one. Moving this pose into a lizard prep. So now I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way so you can see the foot. The heel is the strong point. And if you can see, I'm doing kind of like a window shield washer movement with the knee or the femur bone. It's going away from the body, inside out. So I'll turn to you. Okay, so you're just like saying hello with your foot. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? You are lubricating the socket, and these little tendons, are getting to be activated, and you're starting to feel like, where am I a little stuck in there? And I'm starting to find a little spot for myself. The strong point now, when you found your spot, is toe moves out. Toe moves out. Weight is on the outside of the heel. So this heel point on the outside of your heel with a flexed foot is a very strong point. It can take all of your body weight. So now here, lizard pose is what we're prepping. We move forward with our hips and back. So we're moving forward. What's the difference? Before we were like this, where the toe is facing up towards the ceiling, and now our toe is out, and our knee moves out. Go slow. Full range of motion for 3 more. It's okay to round the spine as you push back with this foot position. 1 more. We're going to hold our lizard. Okay, so we're getting ready to hold our lizard, but let's massage this open a little bit more. Left hand on the block or the mat. Right hand on the inner right thigh. Help push it away. Can you do that? Be gentle. Listen to your body. Press away. Allow the hips to sink, but stay strong through the core. There's still Mula Bandha. To deepen, elbows lower down. Now remember, the outside of your heel is the strong point. Put your pressure there. Because watch, I'm going to fix my alignment. Push into the outer heel, lift the left hip. Move the heart forward. There's the deepening pose. 3 deep breaths. 2. And 1. And slowly come up. Inhale, tuck tail first. Sweep that heel back. Bring those knees to the mat. We can clearly feel the right leg feels a little different than the left. Let's move into child's pose. Reach those arms forward, maybe a little rock side to side for 3, 2, and 1. Let's start from the top, creating a little bit of core. So we're just going to push back and push and back and push. 4 more. Now, as I'm pushing through my toes so my knees and my quads are activating. That also takes the weight off the knees. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Okay, this time our left foot forward. Now we're going to help it out. Heel ball toe your way to the left side of your mat. So now, maybe you have your blocks on this side as well. As we're looking for the chest to lift, and the left sit bone wants to move out, but we're going to move it in and then stretch back. Remember, we don't want to stretch all the way back as we're guiding ourselves into deeper flexibility, not forcing it. We're breathing, listening, feeling, staying aware, slowly stretch it back. Now let's get our right hip flexor involved by moving our heart rate forward. Hip follows, chin lengthens, long neck. Press through the palms like you would do a down dog, a plank. You want to stay connected with those hands and move it forward. And back. Now really start working with your toes and feel free to work the range of motion that you have. 2 more. Give me that good press, long neck. Deep inhale. 1 more. Now we're going to work with our lizard prep. So toes up, a strong flexed foot, and then like a windshield wiper move through the foot or knee. So you can see how the femur bone is rolling in the hip socket. Then what do we look for? We want to feel the weight on our heel. Okay, so we'll just focus there for a moment and just feel what's going on. I've got a couple little bumps in these hips. Maybe you do too. We're trying to work it out. Okay, now think about weight on the outer heel. If your hips are tight and they don't quite go there just yet, you're just doing your best, okay? So you keep your ankle strong by lifting the toes up. Now let's massage it out a little bit. Strong right hand, core, you're balancing. Your weight's on your outer heel or the heel itself. The left hand, gently lean forward. Weight of the hip moves forward and gently open the hip by pushing the knee outward. Breathe, the chest can come up, 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 up. Think about the right hip flexor stretching. Slowly maybe bend the elbows or lower your elbows down. You have different heights on these blocks. Inhale. So now we keep our hip bones facing forward. We don't want to get too turned to the left. So move your heart forward, which will kind of help align the hip, right? So one, we're not going to sink on our right hip. Think Mula Bandha. I'm sinking. I'm going to fix it by pulling up through the core. I'm going to deepen the stretch by moving my heart forward and shoulders back. 3 breaths. 2. Stay strong through that left heel. 1 more. Hand, scoop the belly in. Slowly move it back. Sweep that left leg back. Oh, so good. Hands reach forward. And our first down dog as we prepared all that time for this wonderful pose. We prepared the shoulders, the chest, and the hamstrings and the core. So our down dog should feel pretty good right now. If you need to, know that it's totally fine to keep your heels up and your knees bent. Because if you're rounded and your legs are straight, this is not as good of a pose. It puts too much blood flow into the head. It's a cooling pose. So you should have a relaxed neck. Now we're going to finish the pose by tucking the tail, moving forward. You can do a full chaturanga. I'll modify it since this is a mobility class. And then bend the elbows and slowly move it down. Inhale, adjust the hips, roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Exhale, heel grab. So the right heel grab, or you have your strap for 3 more breaths. If you can kick and lift, you're going to lift a little bit higher. Roll that right shoulder out. 2 more breaths. And 1 other side. Inhale, left hand grabs the heel. Pull it in. If not, grab your strap and loop that leg. For deeper flexibility, kick and lift. And release both hands. Reach it back. Inhale. Press the hip bones down and lift for 3. And 2. And 1. Release, palms down underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, press. Hold your plank. And lift the hips up, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Palms to shins. Look forward. Move the shoulder weight back and try to release the weight off your palms by using your core and lifting the heart rate forward. And exhale, forward fold, slowly come down. Feel the four corners of the feet help you with balance. Hug the inner thighs. Allow the head to drop. Maybe shake the head, yes. 3, release the neck, 2, and 1. Let it move to stillness. And separate your feet hip width apart. We're going to shift side to side. From one heel to the other heel. Find your center. Bend the knees over the second toe. Reach your arm back. And lift the head slowly. Now you have to push through the four corners of the feet because you're also strengthening the core and the back. Slowly lift, slowly lift. Sweep those arms forward. Chair pose, 3 breaths. 2. Press through the legs and fold again. Exhale down. Reach, reach, reach. Take your time. Exhale down. Bend your knees. We're making our way to the mat. So you can use your hands to help you if you need. Whew. Okay, so we're going to be seated. Now, we're going to work with our hips and our core. So this also is a good back strengthener. So you're sitting cross-legged. If you can, let's say you can't lift your whole leg up. So then this is what you're going to do. Lift the knee and down. Lift the knee and down. So you're going to work with that motion. If you can lift the leg, then you're going to place it right into the inner hand. Lift and back. Lift and back. So again, if it's here, you're just going to try to lift and back, or here, lift and back. So eventually you get here, a little rock. You can stir the pot with the leg. Reverse. Breathe. And find moving back. So cross that foot over, sitting up nice and tall, left arm up. Twist, twist, twist. Left hand down, sit up nice and tall. Spinal twist. As the left shoulder blade is moving down the spine, the sternum is lifting upwards, lengthening through the crown of the head. As you feel the Mula Bandha by squeezing in through the core, feel the belly hugging up and in. To release the neck, try looking from right to left. And release. Inhale. So the top knee extends out to the side. This next pose is great to release neck tension, as people have been complaining to me about that, and this pose is very helpful. So I have my right leg extended and my left knee bent. Take the left hand behind you. So one, you're starting with a shoulder opener, right? So if the shoulder is very tight, you're just going to be gentle as you work the inner shoulder open. This is something that you can practice rolling in and out. So as the shoulder goes out, what happens? The pressure of the front of the palm pushes into the back or hip, right? That is going to give you leverage to open that little anterior deltoid and rotator cuff. So there's where you start. Eventually, you might be able to reach back, grab some pant, or even the shirt. More flexible people will be able to grab the toe. So if that's not necessary for this pose, extended the right arm, twist, twist, twist. Now press down, palm up. This is where the stretch in the back and neck comes from. So as you press down, this whole line is being lengthened, right? So as we press down, we sit up and then look to the right. Hold. Breathe into the neck. Shoulders are moving down the back. Keep looking. One more. And slowly release. Inhale, arms out. Exhale down. Now, if you're aware, you might be able to feel a little bit of a release there. So let's bring our heel in. So our right heel's in, and now our left leg is sitting cross-legged in front. And to start with, so flex the foot, lift the knee. You want to find wherever there is mobility, wherever there is a little bit, right? Because you're going to feel that activates the core. If you can start there, you'll get here. You'll grab the foot. You'll grab the foot. If you can get there eventually, you can rock the baby. And you can really begin to hold the baby as you put the foot in the inner elbow. So wherever you are in this pose, you're finding what you can do. 3 deep breaths. You're playing with your body. 1 more. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Every time I do this, it reminds me of when I taught yoga to 3-year-olds. So funny. So here's where we call and order pizza, and everybody laughs, so it's really funny. I'm like, what are we cooking? And they're like, spaghetti, cookies. You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun with your body. From young to old, right? You gotta reach. Always stay having fun with your body. Reach. Lift, right? Whatever it'll do. Okay, foot down. Give that foot a little pressure because that's a root. As we hug the knee in, slowly let the hip come back down. Breathe into the hip as it roots itself from foot to hip. Hug it in. Good. So right arm up. Inhale, deep breath, twist, twist. You're going to move that right arm in front of the thigh and open the body. So you're twisting into the body. 3 deep breaths. Here's the lengthening that becomes important. Think of as a string is attached to the crown of the head. It's pulling you upwards, upwards, upwards. And the shoulders move down. Look over the shoulder. So if you look away from your knees, the right side of the neck is stretching. As we inhale and release, inhale. Take that left leg and extend it out. Sit up nice and tall. Our right arm moves back. Remember, we started with the shoulder prep. We could just work it back, work it back. So as the shoulder moves back, the pressure of the front of the hand is pushing into the low back. I'm getting a little bit of those knots out, or I'm working in the best I can for 3. 2, work that shoulder back. And inhale, deep breath. The stretch on the other side of the neck is happening from you pressing down through the front part of the palm. So as you reach your left arm to straight, sit up nice and tall, maybe grab the shirt, Eventually it'll be a foot, possibly, or a pant. Turn, 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 twist. And now look towards the extended leg. Sit up nice and tall. One more. And that was a nice release for the neck. Inhale, arms open. And exhale down. So this is the favorite of a lot of people. When I say it's strap time on the back. So you're going to lay down. Maybe you want a block. Maybe you want your blanket, a little cushion. Whether you use a Pilates ring, a strap, a towel, it doesn't matter. Put the ball of the foot right. So this is your arch and not there. Higher, right underneath the toes. Point and flex, and point and flex. Now with the hands, you can wrap that strap around and point and flex. That's 3. Get heavy into the hip. 2. Ooh. And 1. And pull. Elbows are going out. Elbows go out so you don't create tension in your neck. I'm not really pulling through my biceps. I'm just using the weight of my arms. Out. 3. 2. And 1. And circle. So we're back into the lubrication of the joint. 3 more, which is what our whole practice was about, was pretty much lubricating joints, shoulders. 2 more, trying to wake up the fascia, the muscle memory of the past movements. Rewind. Get reconnected to your breath. And if you keep showing up, we will start flowing more and get looser, but we just have to stay consistent. Now the right hand has the strap, right leg goes out. What do we look for here? Stability of our hips. This is very good to recover from hip replacements or to keep hip replacements at bay. Keep that left hip heavy, your left foot heavy. 3 more. Use your abdominals, stretch it out. 2 more. 1 more. Now cross the leg over. Left hand has the strap, right hand down. Inhale, cross. Find the core strength, mesh it with the abductor, your outer thigh muscle. So as you cross it over, there's a little bit of resistance in the leg. There's a little bit of resistance in the leg as you lift. And exhale, create a little bit of resistance. Stretch it over and lift. And this can be very painful for a lot of people who don't practice it on a regular basis. So just be easy and make sure you can breathe through it. You have a fluid breath. You could always shorten the range of motion. Okay, we did that. But hold it here. Pull the right leg in. Inhale a deep breath. We're going to show some splits. Slowly stretch the left leg out if it's good for you. You can always keep your knee bent, and that will modify it a little bit. 3 deep breaths. 2. And 1. Push the leg away. Pull your left heel in and up to the strap. Change the foot. Right foot down. And wrap your palms around that strap, starting from the top. Point and flex. Point and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Notice on that exhale, I take a moment, not only to finish the move, but to finish the breath, as that will encourage the depth of that Achilles, right, in the back of that ankle. And what will that help? Our down dogs. It'll make our down dogs feel so much better. Here we go. Pull it in, push away. Pull it in. I'm just opening the elbows out and pushing it in. I'm also staying connected to the core. How do I stay connected to the core? By one, mindful. Be mindful of it. Feel and be mindful. A slight pull in of the belly. A slight press into the right hip. A slight press into the right foot. A slight press downwards into the tailbone. That will deepen your stretch. And we circle. Massaging in our socket. Now, all our joints have fluid. They have lubrication. But if we don't keep them, it's our responsibility to keep them open and to massage and do simple things like this. So once we know better, we have to do better. One more. And reverse. Just a few minutes a day. I was just gonna keep the doctors away. For real though. So try to schedule time just like you did today. Another time this week. Okay, so here we go. Open. I'll be here at the town club tomorrow at 12:30 for yoga. And then I teach yoga lattes on Fridays at the town club at 11:30. And it's all strength, mobility. Just makes you, it's gonna make you feel much better. 3 more. 2 more. Just being sore and tight all the time doesn't feel good. You have to do things that don't encourage too much soreness, but also encourage mobility. So here we go. We have right hand on strap, cross over, and lift. Now, it will help you recover from other exercises that or workouts that might be more intense. You'll become more athletic by doing this kind of stuff on a regular basis. Okay, that was my rant. One more. Remember to keep that resistance. So I'm pulling a little bit, but I'm also resisting and then lifting. Let's do one more of those. Pull, but then resist this band. Press back. And lift. We have our split stretch. Inhale, deep breath. Pull it in. Feel the core. You want your abs involved. Slowly stretch. It's okay to keep the right knee bent. Find the flexibility that works for you. 3 deep breaths. 2. And push it away. So remove the block from the head. It's by your side. Bridge pose as we bring our heels in, but remember our back. Tight low backs may want more space, and all you do is just move your toes farther away from your hips. So if you feel when you move your feet back and you lift up that it creates a pinching feeling in the low back, that's a sign that you need to walk your feet farther away from your hips. Start with a 1/2 inch. See how that feels. Add another 1/2 inch if needed. So now we're in our bridge pose. We don't want the knees to flare out, so keep the 4 corners of the foot pressing down, and as you feel the glutes engage and lift up, that's fine for now. Push through the heels and feel the long neck. Now, relax the glutes and focus on the inner thighs. You have 3 breaths. Come on, quadriceps. Open and lengthen. Your ribs, your belly is open, no squeezing through the core. And slowly come down. Roll your shoulders out from underneath you and roll down one vertebra at a time. Take your time. And for a short supported bridge, hips re-lift and the block is underneath the hips. Make sure the sacrum is as flat as possible. 3 deep breaths. Relax the neck and shoulders. Let's release the block, hips up, roll down the spine again. Extend the legs out, right, then left. Allow the palms to be open and by your sides, slightly away. Allow the toes to fall outwards. Let's breathe into our feet. Deep breath in. Gratitude for every step they take us through our journey in life. Breathe into the legs. Gratitude for their strength and flexibility. Inhale through the hips. Gratitude for housing our emotions, allowing our emotions to leave once processed, so we can feel our full sacral center. Breathing in through the torso. Gratitude for all our healthy organs. Breathing in through the neck, shoulders to fingertips. Relax any tension. Relax your throat. Unclench your jaw. Relax your cheeks and eyes. Allow the weight of the eyebrows to melt back. All the muscles of the head have relaxed. Full body savah. Slowly wiggle the fingertips and the toes to reawaken the body. Reach the arms over the head as if you're stretching in your bed. Pull the right heel in, the left heel in, and fall to the fetal position on either the right or the left. If pregnant, it's your left. Slowly rise or stay in Sava if you like. Deep inhale. Slowly inhale your next breath, palms to heart. Namaste. Hope my practice made you feel better. I hope you come back And I see that you're watching. So thank you so much. And if you want to find me at the club, I'm here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at the Town Club. Personal trainer, Pilates trainer, teach yoga, teach Pilates. So if you need any help with anything, please let me know. Have a great day.